And good day, everybody. Welcome to Lyndhurst Community News. My name is Brian Haggerty, and today is Wednesday, May 1st. Already, where did April go? For that matter, where did the whole year go? Well, this is episode 54, and we'll take a look and see what's going on around town this week. But as usual, I'd like to remind you all, if you have any news to share from your club, your school, your church, your organization, team, whatever it may be, including birthdays and anniversaries of note, of which we've had none in quite a long time. But don't be shy to send those along. Everybody always likes to hear things like that. So let's see. If you have anything, by the way, send it into lyndhurstcommunitynews@gmail.com. And that address, as well as all other contact information that I may mention during any of these broadcasts, is always going to be able to be visible in the description box below the video on our YouTube page. I know some of you watch on Facebook, but if you click the video, it'll bring you to the YouTube page. You will see the description box there, so you don't have to always run to get your pad and pen to write down a phone number or an email address. We'll make it easy for you. Okay. Now, so many of you may know, some of you, actually many of you may not know, but the Kingsland Avenue Bridge, which is the bridge that connects Nutley to Lyndhurst, is going to be replaced. And it's a long process. It's been going on, the planning of which has been going on many years. The Lyndhurst Police Department made some headway with regard to mitigating the rush hour traffic issue, because if you've ever been in that intersection during rush hour, you know how abysmal it is to have to sit there in all of that traffic. So they conducted a study for several months, observations, as well as coordinating with state and dual county authorities, and they were able to facilitate a tri-jurisdictional troubleshooting. See, that's the problem. You've got not only the state, but you've got two separate counties, because Nutley is Essex County. So after the further investigation was continued, it was determined that the traffic signal that's controlled by Essex County at the intersection of River Road and Park Street in Nutley was not properly synced to the New Jersey Department of Transportation traffic signal at Route 21, as well as including the Bergen County traffic signal at Riverside Avenue in Kingsland. So the signal has been updated and adjusted to its originally engineered programming, and the police department's happy to report that this will potentially alleviate some of the congestion and buildup. Of course, the traffic volume alone is a major contributing factor to this issue, and they are doing everything in their power to alleviate this issue until a modern bridge is constructed. Now, if you'd like to know what's going on with the progress of this bridge construction, which of course hasn't begun yet, but the process, the planning, the town meetings, and the meetings with stakeholders, they've been going on for a couple of years now, but you can visit www.kingslandavenuebridge.com to find out everything you need to know about what's happening with the construction of the new bridge. And I think those of us who live in town and have been here a while since that extra traffic light was added on the Essex County side, I think we already knew that. Once they added that light, that's when the trouble started. Now, that was before we even had added, I know Mayor Giangiarusso made this one of his main points that he worked on this for years until action was taken, but he had the intersection of Kingsland Avenue widened a bit, and they added that third lane there. So now when you come over the bridge into Lyndhurst, it turns into 3 lanes, because before that it didn't. So that traffic light definitely added to the issues. So I'm happy to hear that, and I think those of you who have no choice but to use that bridge are also very happy to hear that. But check that website out to find out everything going on with the Kingsland Avenue Bridge. We'll have a new bridge soon, folks, and I think that'll be good. Anyway, this was given to me by the emergency squad, a member of the emergency squad, and they are looking for hiring per diem EMTs. We are a little short right now. Now, we do have a volunteer emergency squad, and they work around, usually the evenings and weekends. But, of course, if as a volunteer has to get paid, who has to work somewhere, so during the day we have paid EMTs as well. So they're hiring, and he asked me to please share this with the listening audience. If you know anybody who is an EMT or who would like to be an EMT, here are the details. So the job pays $25 an hour. The scheduling is flexible. They also offer time and a half weekends and holidays, as well as a $20 meal credit for 12-hour shifts. Now, the requirements are that you must have a valid New Jersey EMT certification. So if you don't have that, you can't apply just yet. An AHA BLS CPR card, a valid New Jersey driver's license, 2 years of 9/11 or 911 experience, rather. And you need to be available also weekends, holidays, and nights, because obviously emergencies happen unexpectedly. So now the equipment, let's see, Auto Pulse, Striker Power Load. I'm reading off of this. Striker track chairs. I guess that's the kind of equipment you're going to need to learn how to work. Now, if you know anybody who's interested in applying, because again, we really need to fill these spots. You go to lyndhurstnj.org. That's the town official website. Click on Forms, then Personnel, and then Employment Application. Applications can be dropped off at 297 Delafield Avenue, Lyndhurst, in person, or put them through the mail slot. Now, that's the emergency squad building, by the way. If there's nobody there, there is a mail slot. Stick the applications in there. And please pass this along because we really need to fill these spots. So if you know anybody, just pass it along to your family, friends, and neighbors. We know that there are people out there. We just have to get the word to them. All right, before we get into anything else, let's take a look at sports this week. Big week going on here. By the way, firstly, a big congratulations to the girls' track team. They won the league championship, the NJIC championship. Congratulations, girls. Well, they had a big win over Becton, 81-59, and they also beat St. Mary's. So this is just a great week. The girls did a wonderful job. Congratulations, Coach Tuero and all the girls and all the assistant coaches on a wonderful, wonderful, great season and victory. All right, and another great story here is our lacrosse team. My gosh, have they been doing well. They're on a roll this season. Now, they just recently beat West Orange 5-3. Last week, they beat Paramus Catholic 10-5. Then they beat Newark Eastside 14-5. So they've now had 4 wins in a row, putting them at 6-3 for the season. And let me tell you, the future for this team is bright. I mean, this is only the second year of a varsity lacrosse team. The team, of course, had begun with the younger kids, and before they, had to play for several years before you had any of them reaching varsity level. So now last year, the team went 2-12, which was their first year, of course. But now this year, they're already at 6-3. And they're getting put on the map. And some of the standouts, by the way, for this year's team include freshman Lucas Gallo, who's the goalie, doing a phenomenal job, and Matthew Bronco, who's en route to top the leading scorer in the state of New Jersey. So these guys are doing great. Congratulations to our lacrosse team and to the coaches. This is going to be a great year. I can't wait to see what you're going to be doing soon, and I'll keep everybody listening here informed on your great progress. In other sports, we have the boys' baseball team beat Rutherford 10-5 and Butler 5-2 as they move on to the Bergen County tournament this coming Saturday. Girls' flag football beat Leonia 20-14, and boys' volleyball came back to beat North Arlington, winning 2 out of 3 games. As always, congratulations to all of our student athletes and coaches for making us proud. Way to go, Bears! And a reminder that the Township Community Cleanup Day, which is going to be held on Saturday, May 11th, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. This, of course, is going to be under the Parks Department, which is directed by Commissioner John Montillo. Volunteers are needed and should meet at the Senior Citizen Building right there on Cleveland Avenue, 250 Cleveland Avenue, by 9 a.m. A T-shirt and cap will be given to all the volunteers before the cleaning begins. And afterwards, as an appreciation for your help, a free lunch will be given and served at the Senior Center. All the equipment you need is going to be supplied for the cleanup, as well as any bus transportation, which will take you from there to whatever spot in town you're going to be assigned to for the cleanup. Now, if you can't make it that day, please call the Parks Department at 201-804-2482 and find out how you can help. And another reminder that May 11th is also the same day that the letter carriers are having their food drive. So every year, letter carriers across this great nation hold their annual food drive on the second Saturday of May. Now, over the years, they've collected thousands of tons. Can you imagine that? Thousands of tons of food for needy families. And all you have to do is leave a bag of non-perishable food items by your mailbox, and your letter carrier will get it to the food bank. So please remember to let your family, friends, and neighbors know. Get a bag of food together, non-perishable, and on May 11th, your letter carriers will happily pick it up as we help those in need across the country. Now, one last thing, and this is, I've mentioned this before on this program, for the American Legion Post 139. Now, I'm an active member of the Sons of the American Legion. And by the way, if you have veterans in your family, or if you're a son of a veteran, I highly recommend come on down and join. It's a great place to be. We always have something going on, especially if there's a game on TV. There's tons of big screen TVs downstairs, and people always come, and sometimes I cook, and that's where this all started. Sometimes I'll make mussels marinara, but everybody started coming in for them because of the marinara. So one thing led to another, and now as a fundraiser for the Legion Post, for the scholarships that are offered, I will be making more of the marinara. I call it Poppy's marinara, and the full name is actually Poppy's Lyndhurst Famous Gourmet Marinara, because it is a gourmet recipe. But either way, if you're interested in purchasing any through the American Legion, just send an email to poppysmarinara@gmail.com. It's the donation is $10 for a 24-ounce container. And so you make your checks payable to the American Legion Post 139. So let me know. The last time we did this was during the holiday season, and I couldn't keep up with the orders. So I had to rest, and I said, all right, we'll do it again in the spring, and that time is here. So let us know, because while you're enjoying the marinara, you're also doing a good thing by helping raise money for Lyndhurst scholarships that are given out by the Post to Lyndhurst graduating seniors each year. So that brings us to the end. That's the news this week. We have Memorial Day coming soon with the parade. The warmer weather's coming, and which means the summertime is coming as well. So there's going to be a lot of things happening this spring. We'll keep you abreast of everything going on here every week at Lyndhurst Community News. But before we sign off, remember, support your local businesses to the best that you can. They are the lifeblood of our community. Get to know your neighbors. Keep an eye on your elderly neighbors. See if they need something from the store and you're going, see what they need. Help them out. Take in their garbage containers, whatever it may be. That's how we build community, because a community is not its roads, homes, or buildings. A community is its people. And Lyndhurst has always been a great, close-knit community. And for all of you new people who've moved into town, whether it's in the last 5 years, couple of years, we've had a lot of new people come in. We'd love to get to know you, and that's why this broadcast is important. We want you to feel a part of this community, to know what's going on, and continue the good tradition that we have of being a wonderful community where people help one another. And don't forget, the fire department always wants me to remind you to check the batteries on your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide detectors, because they save lives. And that's thank you to our volunteer, still 100% volunteer, Lyndhurst Fire Department. And so that pretty much brings us to the end, which means it's time for our wonderful ending music of the Honeymooners closing theme. Until next week, this is Brian Haggerty wishing you a wonderful weekend coming up. And God bless you all, and God bless our wonderful township.